All right, good afternoon. Uh, Videoing this, going live on a Friday. It is April, where are we? April 13th? I forget where we are. It is April 14th, actually, Friday, April 14th. We're going to cover is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time to sell in Marion County in Ocala? We're going to do a market update. I'm Glenn Stein, Realty Executives. Our office in Ocala is located on Silver Springs Boulevard. And we're going to be looking at what is happening in the market. We've been following this over the last couple of years. 2,500 homes are on the market in Marion County. That is really, it's been like a really boring watch. Like in the last 90 days, 120 days, that we've went from like 2,500 to 2,600, been bouncing around. It's been really a real level playing field on inventory, which means that the same number of people that are buying, the same number of homes are coming on the market, and that's obviously including new construction and resale. 2531 to be exact is what we're seeing in the Marion County market, which tells me it's a very balanced market, and also tells me the answer to the question of is it a good time to buy? Yes. Is it a good time to sell? Yes. Is it not a good time? Yes, yes, right? Like it's just yes and yes or no and no, meaning that if you're not motivated to buy or sell, if you don't have to, then don't. If you really want to, it's a fair enough time to buy. If you really want to sell, then it's the right time. If you don't really want to, or you're just like you're fishing for the best price possible, it may not be the best time. So it's just a good time and a very balanced market in with people that actually do want to sell or buy. So that I think that's the punchline. 4,200 homes sold over the last 6 months in the Marion County area, and I want to give you an idea. The range obviously is from the low end of 9,500 bucks, small mobile home that's dilapidated in Citrus Highlands. We saw most of how many homes did we see that went under that sold for under 100? You're looking at right at about 200 homes out of the 4,200 that closed in the last 6 months. So that's essentially like 1/20th of the marketplace. That's like 5% of the homes sold for under 100,000, and that used to be a norm 20 something years ago. So obviously we've seen appreciation over time, and so that's a thing to really look at, because sometimes people want to be in that range. Under 200 can be still a little bit challenging to find something of real quality, but you can still find some condos and find some things that might be in retirement communities or out in the country that might be under 200,000. The real where most of the homes typically sell is typically between 200 and 400, and that's still kind of the breadbasket of the marketplace in Marion County. And the good news for buyers right now is that the bad news is obviously interest rates have gone up and affordability has gone down. But the good news for people that need maybe closing costs for first time home buyers, people that are trying to buy with VA or FHA, you actually have a chance, because a year and a half ago you didn't have any opportunity because the competition was great and there were too many people that were buying with cash. So it was like, okay, you want to buy with a VA, and people would almost laugh at you. Now you can actually do it. The data right now on average sales price is super interesting in the fact that if you look at the average per year in Marion County, 2018, 179,000, and we just went through the numbers, and hardly anything is under 200,000. But the average sales price in 2018 was 179,000, and it went up to a peak last year of 304, $813 in 2022, and so far, first quarter into second quarter of 2023, 302,380. So a slight decrease in pricing. Not terribly surprising, because we've seen less volume this year than we did last year, but certainly, definitely a plateauing in the marketplace. And if you really want to buy, I think there's some opportunities for sure. I don't think anybody's stealing any properties. Like I don't see a major collapse in the marketplace, and I don't see a major spike in the marketplace either way. And we're telling that by looking at inventory. If you have questions, connect with me. I'm Glenn, Realty Executives. We're located 1008 East Silver Springs Boulevard. We also do property management and rentals, actually both markets, so Ocala market and the Villages market. So if you have questions about that, if you want to rent something or you've got a home that you want to put into our management program, we do offer that with full background checks and credit checks, that type of thing. But you can connect with me at 352-572-3796, and I'd be happy to help.